We are all devastated by the news that we have just heard from Balmoral. The death of Her Majesty the Queen is a huge shock to the nation and to the world.
Upon the death of Queen Elizabeth II, the crown and its inherent power immediately passed to her son, King Charles III, the man formerly known as Prince Charles. But who is the new king? What can we expect from his reign? And what does the 73-year-old's ascension to the throne mean for the royal family? King Charles is the eldest child of Queen Elizabeth II and her husband, Prince Philip of Greece and Denmark. Born on November 14, 1948, during the reign of his maternal grandfather, King George VI, Charles became heir to the throne aged just 3 years old. It wasn't until 1958, the 6th year of his mother's reign, that Charles was made Prince of Wales, an ancient title typically given to the eldest son or grandson of the monarch. By attending a school rather than having a private tutor, and becoming the first heir apparent in history to hold a degree, Charles was quick to break with several royal traditions. He did, however, follow in the footsteps of his father, grandfather, and 2 of his great-grandfathers in joining the Royal Navy, where he trained as a helicopter pilot. In 1976, Charles founded what would become one of the great passion projects of his life, the Prince's Trust, which continues to raise tens of millions of pounds annually.
And also, when I think about it now, I still can't quite believe that it's 40 years next year since I managed to start this Prince's Trust. And I remember I got it going on, in those days, the severance pay that they gave me when I left the Royal Navy. It went rather a long way in those days. And
on the 29th of July, 1981, Charles married Lady Diana Spencer in St Paul's Cathedral in a huge televised ceremony viewed the world over. Their first child, Prince William, was born in 1982, followed by Prince Harry in 1984. The Prince and Princess of Wales announced their intention to separate in 1992, and their marriage was formally dissolved in 1996. A year later, Princess Diana was tragically killed in a car accident in a Paris underpass. Charles travelled to France along with Diana's sisters to recover her body. On the day of the funeral, Charles accompanied Princes William and Harry, then aged 15 and 12 respectively, as they walked behind Diana's coffin from the Mall to Westminster Abbey. In 2005, Charles married his longtime partner, Camilla Parker Bowles, who opted not to use the title of Princess of Wales and to instead be known as the Duchess of Cornwall. Upon Charles's ascension to the throne, Camilla will now be known as the Queen Consort. Although he has been the longest serving heir in British history, waiting 70 years to become king, it remains unknown how exactly Charles sees the role of the monarch in modern British life. While Queen Elizabeth kept her personal and political views private, Charles hasn't always done so, making his views on everything from environmental matters to changes in British architecture well known.
ladies and gentlemen, the battle against climate change is surely the most defining and pivotal challenge of our times. Even in a world full of daunting perils and crises, it is hard to imagine anything that poses a greater challenge and opportunity for humanity.
He has even written numerous letters, known as the Black Spider Memos for his distinctive handwriting style, offering advice and suggestions to British government ministers and politicians over the years. Whether Charles will continue to voice his thoughts and feelings on political issues now that he is King of the United Kingdom and 14 other Commonwealth nations remains to be seen. Charles's relationship with his son Prince Harry has also become strained over the past half-decade, with the Duke of Sussex becoming increasingly critical of the royal family and his father in particular.
I've grown up feeling supported from so many of you, and I watched as you welcomed Meghan with open arms, as you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. Finally, the second son of Diana got hitched. Hooray.
And if that wasn't enough to deal with, Charles was widely reported to have been the driving force behind his brother Prince Andrew being asked to step down as a working royal following sex abuse allegations. At 73 years old, King Charles III's reign seems highly unlikely to have either the longevity or cultural impact of that of Queen Elizabeth II.
God save the King!
And in following such a universally praised figure as his mother, few will envy Charles for having to deal with the inevitable comparison with the Queen's sense of duty, grueling workload, and role as symbolic embodiment of a nation.
1, 2, 3, and 1. Yes. Right? There you go. And then if you want to come to this side, excellent. And now to that side.